Oh, gosh. I wish I had someone to record a podcast with, specifically 2 people in my close proximity.
Hey there, kid. You looking for a cool podcast you can, listen with your friends?
Oh, really?
Yeah!
Oh,
It's me!
oh, swell!
The embodiment of PLC!
Whoa!
Playing Life Casual!
Oh.
Welcome back, guys!
Oh my god! Paul, introduce yourself. I'm keeping that in, by the way.
Playing Life Casual. Oh boy.
This is gonna like hurt my ears and other people's ears. Jesus Christ.
Yes, so it is gonna hurt your ears, but
Alright, now,
well,
big boy time,
whatever.
serious time. Everyone put on their serious face.
Okay.
This is the first time this channel has produced a podcast in 3 years?
Like
maybe
5.
maybe 4 or 5, honestly.
Yeah.
Has it been that long?
I think so.
Probably.
It's been a while.
Those episodes were up for quite a bit. They were all, for some reason, got more views than they should have. Especially one.
One that will not be named.
No. That was in the hundreds. I don't know why. Who's
They were all in the hundreds, honestly.
and they actually had like people
Was that the one? Like, was it like 200 play? It must have been because I know it was the highest.
Cuckold's Naughty Talks had 350 views.
Wow.
You know what's funny about it
That's
too?
insane.
Yeah.
Like half of those views, you can actually check the stats.
Really?
People like listen to the majority.
Are you serious?
That's what I don't get.
Like who?
I don't know. Maybe it's just me playing on a repeat. Cause I just think I'm so funny. My ego's just so big. Oh,
I mean, I know I listened through it like at least twice, but that's about it.
I never even listened to it. I wasn't there for the infamous episode.
But anyways,
The lost episode.
this is Playing Life Casual.
Yes.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna upload podcasts when we can. There's no fixed schedule. It's just whenever we really feel like it.
Maybe monthly.
monthly at best.
Anything?
probably.
Yeah, at best.
At that, yeah. What I do want to do is I want to stream with my good friend Paul right here that none of you can see because we're not recording a camera.
Yeah, he's this really thin dude with a long mustache.
Yeah.
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 With nice circular spectacles.
We're gonna eventually stream some horror games because what month is it, Vlad?
September?
No, I wish.
No, yeah, it's October. It's spooky month.
It's October, yeah.
It's big skeleton month.
So, Paul, in this month of October, something kind of big happened to you. Me and Vlad, right? Oh, wait, we didn't introduce ourselves. Haha.
Yeah, we were these two
Nice
groupers.
save. So yeah, my name's Vlad. That's me. Hi, how you guys doing? Yeah.
And I'm Francisco. Hello. Don't look at me like that.
I thought you had something there.
No, that was it. This is going to be a lot of work for me.
Yes.
This is a work in progress to everybody who's still listening.
Introduce yourself!
Introduce
Oh,
yourself.
Paul, I'm the big, the giant Mohawk dude right next to Francisco. 5'3".
Yes, I'm 5'3" and I weigh 300 pounds.
I don't know. You don't know who I look like. Not yet, not
Alright.
until the face reveal.
So anyway, our good friend Paul here just landed a new gig at a pet store, if you can believe it. Yeah.
Pet store that Vlad and I worked before in. I was at that place from 2016 to 2018. I took a year off because I didn't want to work there anymore, and I went back because I needed the money.
Came crawling back.
I came crawling back. Well, actually, no, I didn't come crawling back. I went there as a customer, and one of the managers, we'll call him K, he was like, "Hey, Francisco, how are you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine, blah, 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 blah." And I didn't have anything going on other than school. I had the time. He was like, "You want to come back?" I'm like, "You know what? Sure, whatever." So I came back, but I just now recently left. So I worked, I guess, technically for 3 years.
Well, I guess, do you want to... Well, there's other reasons why you left, but I think the probably the most infamous one for you was that they were getting tarantulas to come in. And I saw one today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
How was it?
I mean, it's kind of like what you told me about, like, the tarantula. Like, it's not even, like, a big one. It's, like, he's, like, really small.
Yeah, they're really small, like...
I thought it'd be, like one of, like, the big ones, but no. It's just,
The first time I couldn't really handle looking at them, like the very first day I brought them in. I can handle looking at them now because they're so small. But what I can't handle, in complete honesty, is I can't because like when someone wants to buy them, right? They come in these little like plastic little like box container things, and you're supposed to like open them and take out like the water bowl from that container out, because that's like the store's property. I can't do that because if I have to open it, that means I have to touch it. That's where I can't cross that line.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, is that really a reason why I left? I mean, honestly, a little bit, but it's not the main reason. There were a lot of reasons that I left. Mostly because I had to move on, bigger and better things.
Yeah, like living at home, doing nothing.
being a worthless bum.
Yeah. Fucking loser. I'm just kidding.
I'm not.
So yeah, I worked there for a bit. I think it's been 2 years. Yeah, like 2 years on and off. They laid me off during COVID, and then they got me back in during COVID.
Do you want to talk about that?
No. But yeah, fun.
How they cheated you out of your bonus?
Yeah, they cheated me out of my bonus. Now I have to wait another year.
I got a sweet bonus. I did the math. I should not have gotten what I got.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you get? Oh, you're talking about that bonus.
Yeah, the quarterly bonus thing.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
Well,
but whatever. It's
Paul, you've now begun your track into retail, animal retail specifically.
Yeah, I had a retail job for like 4 weeks at a bookstore, but then COVID hit, and they're like, all temporary employees get lost. And then I'm looking for a job, and I'm like, I need something part-time, because I have this other stuff going on, so now I'm working selling people their animals. Although, as they like to call it, they call it the pet family, pet parent,
parents,
and I despise it.
Why do you despise it, Paul? Elaborate on that.
Can you just imagine, like, somebody saying, I'm a pet parent? Like, can you imagine what a person
Paul,
on the inside feels like?
Paul, I can't imagine it. I see it every day.
I
I'm
know.
there.
I know. I mean, like, I'm just trying to think, like...
It is a little cringy.
It's very cringy.
It is a little cringy.
I'm trying to imagine, like, I know, like, a normal, like, just, like, some, like, regular, like, average Joe 40-year-old guy coming in and him saying, I'm a pet parent. And I'm like, and now, admittedly, I don't know yet, but I don't think that'll happen, but
it does not happen.
Okay, it's not, I had a feeling it would not be him, but I just imagined that, and I'm just like...
People usually say, like, yeah, I have a dog, or I have a cat, or I have whatever.
Yeah, just...
They'll say, like, I love it very much, like, that's fine, of course.
Just call it an owner, but I don't know why there's this pet parent thing. I'm just like, I don't want to say this.
Yeah, it's very cringe. And the people that come in are also cringe, Paul.
I've heard enough stories from you guys.
Oh, God.
I'm in the belief that, I used to think that the customer base that would come into our store was actually better than, say, like, bigger stores, right? Like Walmart or whatever. But now I believe that's actually the opposite. I actually think the customer base that we receive is the worst.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Because
it's pretty bad.
Like Carlos, my cousin, he works at a Target, right? And
he also works at the store sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. So he's able to actually compare. And I've asked him, like, what's what are the differences? Out of curiosity. And he's like, the people that come in are way different. Like, obviously you'll have difficult people coming for Target.
Well, yeah,
but
that's
like
everywhere. It's
like the frequency of absolute maniacs that come into our store. I like how I say my store, like I still work there. Into the pet store. It's way more than the Target. Like, and it's not just that. They are brain dead. They are stupid. They are idiotic. They are morons. They are... I'm running out of words. They are buffoons. Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. They come in with, like, different shopping carts from, like, not even
they
a
come in
store.
from
That
the
bothers
other
me. Yeah, they come in with, like, Rodman's carts, and I'm like, bro. And they leave them in our store. It's like...
They don't have the decency to bring them back to the other store.
Yeah, or at least leave them outside. But no, they just leave them in the store.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
It's insanity.
I haven't seen that yet. But
that happens.
What's the point? Like,
well, because they're lazy.
It just makes no sense to me. It's like this cart is not our color cart. Like, it's clearly not our color cart. It doesn't even look like our cart.
It's not even the same style.
Exactly. So, like, why would you think, oh, it's okay to just leave this cart here? I guess it's just, the store's property.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
To kind of branch off a bit from this discussion, quick, I think I've asked you to this before, because I think this topic is hilarious. The whole shopping cart thing, right? Yeah. Are like, if someone is it truly like the mark of, I guess like discipline and like being a really 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 good person if you like actually put carts back where they're supposed to be?
Yes. I say thank you to every single person I see come back in the store with a cart and put it back into like the cart rack.
Like it's so
like,
it's something like, so small that like think about it, right? Like everywhere you go for other stores, you see carts in the parking lots, parks like shopping carts like random places. People don't put them back, but people, the small percentage of people that do, you are all heroes. You're wonderful.
You know what I've seen more and more of? People that like use the cart to go around the store, obviously.
Right.
And then they go to checkout. They check out with their items, and the cart rack's right next to the exit. They're right next to the exit, right? And they have their cart, but they got all their bags out, and they just kind of push the cart into that general direction, but they don't put it back in the cart rack, so it'll just be like sitting around like near it.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what? Like you couldn't just push it in.
Yeah, that
instead
one.
of just like push it towards it.
I think people have like. I guess they get lazy and think, okay, we're good. I'll just edit that part. But anyways,
okay.
Well, I guess I was gonna say, normally I wouldn't think that about pushing. What's the big deal of pushing the cart in? I probably will learn now, but for me, it was just like it's just natural. Like, oh, you have the cart, you put it in the thing.
Exactly.
And yeah,
it doesn't.
Everyone in my I've always have done that. And now I'm like learning. Like, no, like people just don't buy.
Yeah, you see, Paul.
Like,
people
what?
aren't good. Like, they're not good people. It's just people suck. There's horrible people out there.
Pet people are just the worst, is what we're saying.
It's crazy.
No, and I stand by that. And even though like I like the animal aspect of working my job, it was the people aspect that was the worst. I can tolerate it, but it definitely was the least favorite part.
You know what else I learned? I learned that the animals of the customers that come into our pet store are just as dumb as the customer. Like, I look at their dog or whatever they bring in, and I just look at it, and I see no brain function whatsoever. It's like, it's just heavily breathing. It's like choking on its own tongue. It looks stupid.
Well,
like, every dog I see at the pet store usually looks fucking stupid.
You wanna know
and then
why?
the person with the dog is also stupid. And I, like, so let me give you an example, right? So I'm checking out this lady, right? She has a dog, and she has like a million dog cans. And I keep, like, scanning the dog cans, and I'm putting them in the bag, and she already has her card in. And then she takes it out, and I'm like, I'm still scanning the items, and she already thinks she paid for it. And I'm looking at her like what is she, like, I already know what's going to happen next. I'm going to ask, like, oh, so this is your total, like, now you have to pay. And then she's going to be like, what? I already paid. And then I'm going to have an argument. That's exactly what happened. And I don't understand, like how dumb can you be? Like, I'm still scanning, like, you can't pay for items that haven't been processed yet through the scanner. Like, I don't understand what are you trying to do? Like, I don't think any store does that. So, like, why do you think our store does that?
I've never seen that at other stores.
Exactly.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. That's why I'm in the
dumb,
belief
yeah.
that the people that come to pet stores are stupid.
Like, it's insanity.
People that buy animals, like things for the animals online, you're already smarter.
And
you're automatically smarter.
Here's another thing I've noticed, right? Customers at, like, a pet store, they're not good people. That's why they have pets, because they don't have friends. Their life is literally their dog or their cat, because they can't stand people. Like, when I tell them about our charity events, and I tell them they go to, like, charities for dogs and cats, they're like, oh, good. I would never, like, donate to a human charity. I'm like, what are you doing?
Going to the children's hospital. I don't care.
Yeah, it's like, I don't care about children. Show me a dog. Yeah, dog. Yeah.
I gotta take care of my fur baby.
Yeah, my fur baby.
Yeah,
That
of course, like, I love
depressing
animals.
word ever.
I love animals, but like
I love animals to an extent. I treat them like I treat any other human. I don't baby them.
Yeah, like these, because like your last point about people coming in with like their animals, right? And sometimes animals being like brain dead.
Yeah.
Like, look, Paul, I know you're laughing at that, but Vlad's right, because those people, what they do is that, like, I swear to God, they're like on Reddit all day, and these Reddit tier like maniacs come in and they're like, my cat is Big Chungus. Big Chungus, big Chungus, big Chungus, and they like overfeed like their dog or cat, and what's gonna happen? Then they like they're like so fat they can barely move. Like there's so many fat animals I've seen come in with people in the store. I look at them and go, oh my God, and the dog's like,
it's like
barely breathing, and it's like it is stupid. Like it's become stupid, but I don't know if I can blame the dog.
I mean, obviously, I can't blame the dog, but like at some point, I just think like maybe
Chungus, but
maybe me stomping on this dog's head to kill it is a blessing for this dog. That's all I'm saying. Like it's barely alive as it is, has zero brain function. Like so, the other day, another lady came in and she had her dog. People don't bring leashes with their dogs, and it bothers me. They just carry them like on their thing, and she put the dog on the conveyor belt. And I'm like, okay, and she needs to pay. Yeah, it happens a lot. But the dog is like, this dog's pretty big. It's a chihuahua. It's a really tiny chihuahua, but it's really fucking fat.
Oh, wait. Pause for a second.
And it looks very sad.
Pause for a second. Sorry. Paul, you corrected me if you didn't hear. Sorry, I'm not up with my stupid fucking, my Reddit terminology. Not Big Chungus. I'm sorry. Chonkers. Big Chonkers. Yeah, r/chonkers. Because everyone that goes to pet stores, they go on our chonkers for like 8 hours a day, and they go, funny fat dog.
But anyway, this big fat like Chihuahua thing who looks so sad, like it perpetually like crying, and it was like shivering, and obviously it got scared because it's on a conveyor belt, so it starts running. And it jumps down, and obviously she doesn't have a leash on it, and she doesn't care. She's just like looking at it, and then like runs to the door, and I'm like, oh shit, like I have to stop it.
Yeah, did you have to like do the code?
I didn't call it in, no, because there was nobody. Like it was this was Wednesday, so there was nobody. Yeah, it was very slow. I was very happy. No one was by the door, and I'm like, ma'am, just don't go near the door. It'll come back. And she's like started calling it, and obviously I have to get like a treat so it actually comes back. And I finally got it back, and I'm like, look, just put a leash on it. And she didn't understand anything I was saying because she doesn't speak English. But it was insane. Like, just put a leash on your dog. Like, what? Why does that happen? Like, what makes you think, oh, I can just bring a dog in here, not have a leash? What happens if there's an aggressive dog and it just starts barking, and like your dog charges that dog and gets annihilated? That's my fault, apparently, somehow. But you know.
Well, yeah, but I also know. I mean, maybe she couldn't. If she doesn't speak English, maybe she didn't read English, but like the policy is you have to be on a leash.
There's many people that don't bring.
My parents don't speak English, and they have the fucking decency.
Some people are just stupid. That's all it is.
I'm just saying. I'm not defending this. I'm just saying because like you're not even supposed to like bring it unleashed, or it has to be in a crate.
It's insane.
But yeah, I'm glad you did not use the call sign because that was almost as bad as pet parents.
But yeah,
the code.
Yeah, the code. Like,
people that go to these stores are
the
awful.
dog's just going.
They are awful. They are awful. Like there are some few good ones, like people that are like funny or like nice that'll come in every so often. Yeah. But the vast majority of them are either mean or stupid.
There's a lot of mean people.
Yeah, there are a lot of mean.
There's a lot of mean people.
I think this wasn't necessarily a mean guy. He was more of like a entitled. He was very entitled. Oh. This guy was very. Paul, I've told this story before.
Yeah, I think I know which one. There's so many stories, but I think I know
this was one of my favorite because I remember at the store we had stopped carrying a specific brand of food for dogs, right? And this guy comes in with his dog, and he's like, "Excuse me," and keep in mind we have signs like when we take something off, we have signs saying X brand has been recalled or X brand has been removed, blah 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 blah, right? So he's like, what does this mean? I'm like, oh, we're not carrying it anymore because of whatever, right? Like whatever the reason is that they tell us. So we're just have to parrot. We're just parroting what's been told to us. So we have to tell to people. And he's like, I don't understand. Like, what am I supposed to do? And he's like rattling on and on and on. And it's in my head like. It's like an old Looney Tunes cartoon where there's like a clock ticking in my head going like tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, and eventually there's like a ring like, and I think I was thinking it, but I obviously said it out loud. But I said it super confidently. I was like, dude, your dog's not that important. You're gonna be okay. And he was like, what the fuck did you say? And I was like, whoa, I said that. And
I spoke the truth for once.
Look, I'm not saying his dog's like deserves to like starve. I'm just saying like this food that you're buying. First of all, it's not even good. Second of all, it's not gone from existence. Buy it online.
No. What kind of dog was it? I'm just curious.
I don't remember.
Okay, was he like big or small?
I honestly don't remember.
Okay.
I don't.
It was just only the guy.
I did not mean, right, to attack the dog. I did not mean to insult the dog. Really, it's more to insult him because he's like ranting to me that like, oh, you guys are awful and you're awful because you guys don't have this food anymore. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, God damn it, shut up. The only people that I actually more often than not I liked, and that's a strong statement because a lot of them were still awful, were people with fish. Maybe because I loved working with fish. And fish people are weird. They're weird, but they're not mean. They're just strange people. They're very strange people. They look strange. They come in. They say strange things. I remember one time this guy came in. He wanted like a specific fish, right? Like a very aggressive fish. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And going through the whole process, and in the middle, he's like, hey, do you believe in God? I'm like, excuse me? He's like, do you believe in God? Do you believe in the afterlife? I'm like, I guess. Like, I don't really think about it. He's like, yeah. I'm an atheist. It's just, it's just, and I'm like, wow, this is actually happening.
Whoa.
Yeah, like you get some weird fish people. I don't hate them. I'm just like, wow, it's kind of entertaining.
Well, speaking of atheism and Reddit, did he look like a Redditor? Like, what did he look like?
Oh, he had like a metal band T-shirt on.
Okay.
And that's all I remember. He had like I don't remember what band it was, but it was like a metal band, like I think like thrasher metal. So.
But like people like when I'm cashiering, they'll come up to me and like, there'll be a checkout. I do I do the run through of like, hi, welcome, and like all that stuff. And then they'll just start spouting out random garbage to me, like I'm like I'm like a friend or therapist, and I don't care. And I just kind of nod and say yes until they catch on, and then they're like, "Oh, I can leave," and I'm like, "Yes." But they'll talk about like everything. They'll talk about politics, what happened to them, like how their insurance company is screwing them, like all sorts of shit. I'm like, wow, that's really interesting. Can you leave? Like, I'm not like there'll be a line. They'll still like talk to me for like minutes. Like, it's crazy.
I am going to say one thing, Francisco. You were saying how it's not the dog's fault it wants to starve. I can kind of agree with that, but I'm also like...
it's the dog's... Wait, what?
Like, you were saying how, like, I don't blame the dog. Like, I don't want him to starve, but I'm also like, this dog... He can eat whatever he eat.
No,
if he's not going to eat it, it's kind of
It's not that he can eat whatever he wants to eat, right? Yeah. Obviously, there are good foods and there are bad foods.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is the food you're already giving your dog is shit. Right? It's already garbage.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna like talk from like a high like I'm on a moral high ground like I wouldn't give my dog that. I'm not gonna do that. However, like this is the type of food you can find literally anywhere. Yeah. Anywhere. Like and you're like preaching to me that I'm garbage because I don't have this food anymore. Yeah. I'm sorry, you're not special.
I think more it was what Vlad sort of said how
with the cats. Yeah,
people like my cat doesn't like it. And then they come to return the food.
Vlad, elaborate on that.
Yeah, so people return a shit ton of food to us. Like we always get returns. We get like shopping carts upon shopping carts of returns, and most of it is like cat food. And that always bothers me because they're like, "Oh, my cat didn't like it." It's like, well, does your cat want to live? Like, I don't understand. Like, so I have 2 cats, right? And if I open a can of like food. And they're really hungry, they'll eat that can of food. They don't care what it is, they fucking eat it. Like they wouldn't care less. They get to live another day. That's them. Like I sometimes when they're sitting at home all day and I like open a can of cat food and I give it to them, they're like, I don't want to eat this shit. And I'm like, oh, all right, I'm just gonna leave it there. And you know what? The next morning, it's fucking gone because they don't want to fucking die. If your cat doesn't eat the fucking cat food, your cat wants to die. Just let your cat die. It's natural selection, man. Just, like, it doesn't deserve to live anymore.
That is a very powerful opinion on this.
Like, I guess. It's fucking bullshit. Fucking all the cat cans I have to return, Paul. Oh my god.
But yeah, Paul, so you congratulations. You've been recently employed to this place.
Yeah.
For 2 whole days. All I've done is I did
watch training videos.
Well, I did for 2 hours. I walked around the store and I did actual stuff.
What they did?
They just showed me here's this and that. Here's the quiet room. Here's this room.
Oh, there's the room. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay. All right.
But yeah, after that was about 2 hours yesterday and 5 hours today of me sitting in front of a computer trying to answer questions. And this computer, it wouldn't be that bad, but the computer it's like almost like a 2001 one. And
It's a really old computer. It's on like Windows Vista or something.
Yeah, it crashes. It crashed 8 times yesterday. I think maybe I don't know, 10 maybe today, or it just freezes. One time it froze for 5 minutes. I'm just like, what is this? I'm just I don't want to complain. I'm not. This is fine, but I'm like, I don't want them to think I'm not doing it or that I'm slow. I'm just that I can't do it.
No, I'm sorry. They think you're brain dead. They think you're a mouth breathing idiot.
Oh man, that was something.
But yeah, so that was our place of employment.
Yeah, and if you go to a pet store, you're scum.
They're so bad.
Well, you specifically, listener, may not be, but there might be scum among you.
The scum among us.
The scum among us.
Oh yeah, and also just for
dwellers.
clarification, Francisco, we don't hate animals, of course. He has a dog and he has fish.
I hate animals.
I used to have it. I have nothing now. But
I used to like animals, and then I started working here. And I hate them. I hate all of them.
I desire nothing but their destruction.
That's another thing, right? You bring your dog into a pet store, right? And you let it shit on the floor and walk away. You're a scum or pee. I'll see these people, right? They'll be walking away, and they'll see their dog. They're looking at their dog. They're not stopping their dog. Their dog pisses all over this fucking sign, right? And they look at their dog pee on the sign, and they look around to make sure no one saw them. And I'll be looking at them. They'll look at me, and then go, "Oh man, I have to clean it up." Fuck you. Clean it up anyway, even if I don't see it. Such bullshit, man. It happens around the fucking pet hospital more though. Around the pet hospital, that land is fucking chaos, man. There'll be dog shit and piss everywhere. No one cleans it up. The fucking people at the pet hospital, they don't clean it up because they're like, oh, we're too high and mighty for this. The smelly fucking pet store people clean it up. Fuck you. I can't even see it over at the pet hospital.
You peasants clean it up.
Yeah, you peasants clean it up. Fuck it, I'm not clean. And the fucking customers have the audacity, even if it's their dog that shit on the floor, come up to me and go, "Can you clean that up? There's a dog shit on the floor." I'm like, was it your dog? And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, you clean it up. We have stations for this, you asshole." Maybe if your dog shits in the store, maybe don't bring it to stores. Yeah, how about that?
Okay. I was about to say, wasn't there a story? I think this was Francis. Wasn't there a dog that had his legs were working? He's on a wheelchair.
Oh no! Okay. Yeah, I'll tell the story. I'll tell the story, and then we'll move on to another topic. So, this story, look, I don't blame the dog at all. This actually made me really sad for the dog. This was really depressing to me.
It's also kind of funny.
I guess. Actually, it's a little funny. So a guy comes in with his dog, and his dog, his back legs are gone. So he's on a an apparatus where it's wheels instead. If anyone can picture that, so instead of legs, he has wheels, and it's kind of like a dog wheelchair, right?
Yeah.
So. He's in the toy aisle with his dog, and his dog uses the bathroom, he pees and poops.
Yeah.
And the pee is that's already bad enough, but he poops. Now the problem is that when he poops, the owner not only does he not notice it, the wheels of the dog wheelchair ran over the poop, and created this long line of disgusting disgusting long trail, brown nasty trail from the dog toy aisle all the way to the entrance of the store. And Vlad, that's a long walk.
That is a
so this man,
walk.
Not only did his dog use the bathroom, his disabled dog, his poor dog, he didn't notice his dog rolling over it and creating this long happy trail. Guess who had to clean it?
I mean, I know who had to clean it. It was you.
Yeah, yours truly. Clean it up real good.
Yeah, delicious.
But yeah, this was over the summer.
Yeah.
I don't remember when. Don't look at me like that. I don't remember when this was. I think it was June. I was sleeping and I woke up right, but I didn't wake up normally. I like woke up on my side and I don't sleep on my side. I sleep like a mummy in a sarcophagus. like So I remember I woke up on my side, like my right, and I opened my eyes and I can't move. Like I felt like really really heavy, as if like something was like on me, preventing me from getting up. But I could still I can dart my eyes around the room, and my room was like, it felt darker than what it normally was, and I felt like shadows were keeping up on me, and I was like freaking out. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Oh my god, what is this? Then it's like time like slowed down, and I was like, wait a minute, is this sleep paralysis? It like made sense to me. Like I'm not fully awake. I can't move. My brain is like playing tricks on me. Like you know how some people will say when they have sleep paralysis they see like like demons or whatever, like like silly stuff, right? Like I didn't necessarily see that, but I heard stuff like I heard something like and on my ear. It was incoherent nonsense. It was like my name and like sentences that made no sense. I can't even repeat because they made no sense. Like if that's what having schizophrenia is like, goddamn, that's terrifying. It was like I have something like I have like a voice speaking in one ear, and my eyes I'm darting around, and everything just gets darker and darker, and I do see a figure, but it wasn't scary. It was a tall figure.
Slender Man?
Yeah, I was Slender Man because I have the brain of a 12-year-old.
He's here to haunt you from 2010.
But I calm myself down because I'm like, this is sleep. Because if you can recognize it, I think you can you can better prepare yourself for not having your brain absolutely terrify you, because your brain's asleep or half asleep. You can still really scare yourself. So I tried my best not to. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to think about nothing. I'm just going to stare into the abyss, and eventually I'll go back to sleep. And eventually I went back to sleep, and I woke up, and I panicked, I yelled, and I was like, ah! Also, another thing happened. I actually didn't share this with any of you yet.
Yeah.
This was like, I think, a couple weeks ago. Apparently I had night terrors.
Like as a kid?
No, now.
Oh, now? What?
What happened?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't remember what day it was. My parents, my dad was like, hey, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you were like screaming last night. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, you were asleep and you were screaming. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, you were like screaming and like you look like you wanted to cry. I'm like, what? I don't remember having a bad dream. I don't remember being like stressed. I don't remember being like like out of my element for any reason. But that apparently had night terrors. I was screaming in the middle of the night like a maniac, and I woke everyone up. And I'm just laying in bed. I'm like, ah! It's not even like it's not me going ah. I'm apparently screaming and I'm crying.
That's crazy.
It's awful. This other time too, I'm like a fucking haunted child. Like this other time
What
too.
the fuck is wrong?
You have that haunted picture of you in your room.
That's true. I do have a picture of little child me when I was 6 that watches me when I sleep because look, it's a painting. It's not a picture. It's a painting.
Yeah.
It's a painting of me. They somehow got little 6-year-old me to sit still long enough
How the fuck did they do that?
Yeah.
to paint a painting of me. It's a good painting, but it looks terrifying because I have like a bowl cut and I look like I look like the kid from the Omen movie. Like I look like the son of Satan.
You look like that, but you have the Gohan hair. And you
Yeah, I
got
do have
little-
I have the Gohan from Dragon Ball hair.
Yeah, and you got your little like sweater vest on.
Yeah, I have a little sweater vest on. I knew fashion.
Yeah, you were a swell looking kid. You know?
And yeah, so that horrible picture watches me while I was asleep. And I guess it
Watches over you.
It attracts all these ghouls and ghosts and ne'er-do-wells. There's other times too. I don't remember this one either. This was in high school. I apparently got up from my bed. I slept walk to my parents' room. I opened the door. I don't know how I consciously opened the door. I opened the door, and normally when my parents when in the middle of the night when I walk to their room, I'm getting water. Let's come in and get water, right? Apparently, I went over to the side of the bed where my dad was, and apparently I just stared. And apparently I really scared him. Like he turned around, he woke up, and he tried to wake me up. Apparently I said nothing. I was dead silent. I'm just staring at him. And I just get back. I get out and I get back to bed. I have no recollection of this, but my dad insists that this happened. He's like, this happened. So this with the night terrors, I think I think they're true.
I thought you were going to say, I think I'm possessed or I think I'm haunted.
I don't know. Maybe I am haunted. I don't know.
Well, I think I have a couple night sleep paralysis stories.
Yeah,
Wait, you've had sleep paralysis before?
Yeah.
Paul definitely gives off a possessed vibe.
No.
I'm just kidding. No, you
No.
don't. What do you mean? That's kind of cool. It's like your superpower, except your
I'm possessed.
life is horrible.
What? There's like some guy like taking over me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
want.
epic, dude.
What?
Yeah.
Oh boy, there's. This is. Shoot. Now I'm losing my train of thought.
It's okay.
I was gonna say, I guess before I get into sleep paralysis, there's all talk about demons, and stuff. It always just makes me wonder, and I've joked about this before, but with you guys, but I've always wondered, when people use, the Ouija board, or they do, the bad 3 a.m. challenge with the demons.
The what?
The 3 a.m. challenge or whatever. They use
That's
Ouija.
not real.
It's not real, but I always think to myself, what if it is? How embarrassing would that be for the demon to get dragged into that? Can you imagine they're doing I'm gonna get this guy, and then he's on a bad YouTuber video. He's in a J Station video or some other guy.
Oh, holy shit, guys, we got him!
I could just see he all the other demons are just making fun of it. He will never live it down. I got stuck into it.
He's making fun of the one demon that got caught by a YouTuber.
Yeah, he's stuck on YouTube. He's like, what are you doing? Man, no,
So, yeah.
guys, come on, this is gonna be my first one. No.
Well, apparently Ouija boards are real.
Yeah.
They're a real
fuck
thing.
around with them, yeah. I'm the only one who
Yeah,
fucked
I'm
around
scared
with
of that.
Yeah, no, I
bitch.
ain't touching that.
I'm scared of that.
Scared.
I'm a God-fearing man. Not really, but I don't know. I don't want to mess with ghosts.
Why not?
I don't know.
Pretty cool.
I don't want to get haunted.
Come on,
Haunted.
I'm haunting you.
That's right. You just make a nice friend, He'll
Nice little
occasionally
ghost
do
friend?
the dishes.
Do the dishes.
It'll work.
He'll take out the trash.
Yeah, it's nice.
Walk my dog.
Look, you scratch his back, he'll scratch your back. You talk to him through a mystical board, he'll do your chores.
Yeah, I mean, why else would you want to summon a demon?
Little Casper the Ghost. Casper it is a child, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Some kid died.
some kid, probably drowned or something. How do you think Casper died?
I actually think the real reason is he got run over. I'm not. That's not a joke. I think. Hey, maybe it was
I
like.
barely remember those movies, so I have no idea. It could be that. It could be
Right,
anything.
I don't know if I really that was in the movies, but I remember reading it online because everything on the internet is true. You can't lie on the internet.
Right.
You cannot lie on the internet.
So I have a question for you. All right, so Casper died.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So why isn't he in heaven?
He's in purgatory.
Yeah, but why? He's in purgatory for a long
Well,
time.
when ghosts are in purgatory, isn't it because their soul can't go to rest because there's something they have to do?
Yeah, so what does he have to do?
I don't know.
Not kill the guy that ran him
Oh
over.
my
Yeah,
god.
you gotta get 'em.
He has to I don't know, do kid stuff. I
Do
guess.
kid stuff.
Yeah, go to school.
Play Halo. What?
Yeah, play Halo.
Play Halo 2. It's 2004.
Oh, this game's awesome.
Whoa.
Say, Paul, you've really had not just one, multiple episodes of sleep paralysis.
I have at least 3 I can think of off the top of my head.
At least 3, so there's more.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I actually didn't know that.
I've never had sleep paralysis.
You've never had it?
No.
Vlad's normal and healthy and
Whoa.
powerful.
Whoa, I seriously thought we talked about this.
I think I remember. You
Yeah, I
talking
think
about the
I
sleep
thought you
paralysis.
mentioned
Yeah,
something.
I definitely
Okay,
remember
well.
that.
The most recent one was probably the least interesting. It was just I was in my bed and I woke up and I started hearing stuff and I was like I gotta move. I'm like I can't move, and I'm like
Yeah, you feel heavy, right?
yeah, I'm like but I was on to this because it's happened to me before. I'm like I'm in sleep paralysis. I just close my eyes. Don't open. Nothing will happen. I'm just gonna fall back asleep.
All right.
And eventually I did. I was like, ugh.
Oh, I'm a maniac. I stared deep into the abyss.
Yeah.
But I didn't look at anything specifically. I just picked a point. I'm like, I'm gonna look at this and nothing else.
All right. Nice. All right. Then the other 2, I did not do this strategy. And I regret this. One was just I was in my college room and I was just sleeping there, and like I wake up and I see like this like decrepit old man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was creepy. He's like, "You know who I am.
What?
I've known what you've done." I'm like, "What?" He just keeps repeating that. I was like, "What?" He's like, "What?"
I've known what you've done.
Yeah, he's like, "You know who I am." And he just keeps repeating. I'm like, "What is this?"
Did you wake up and freak out?
I was pretty freaked out in the morning. Yeah, I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah, that's
How
pretty
how
creepy.
like realistic was that old man? Like human? Was he human? Like
Yeah,
he looked human? He wasn't like some horrible like 3D model like PS2 graphics. I think that would scare me more actually. If like
he was like 3D. I think some of him he was sometimes in shadow. He looked kind of like a CGI rendering of like a demonic version of like one of like the wizards from like the Lord of the Rings, like Radagast from The Hobbit.
Okay, yeah.
It's like, but he's like white-ish. He's got like a decrepit white beard. That freaked me out. I was like, whoa,
Paul,
like, I don't like this.
are you guilty of sins?
Yeah, what did you do? What was
Yeah,
that old
did
man
you kill
talking
someone?
about?
What did you do?
What does the old man know,
I
Paul?
don't know what he knows.
What did you do?
It's like I don't know. I'm like, what did I do? I didn't do anything.
It was clearly because you were upsetting him because you're being too loud when playing video games. And that
that is a story for another day.
yeah, definitely.
That's like a whole episode.
Yeah,
Just me-
because when you're playing Winston in Overwatch, you're making your super loud monkey noises. You're upsetting this poor old man, and now he has to haunt you.
All right, so what was the third one, Paul?
The third one. I think I was at my house. I was sleeping, and like it was like a sleep paralysis, but also almost like a dream. Like I'm lying in bed, but it's like I'm out, but like the world looks like I'm outside. And I see this like giant, like a Bigfoot looking guy, and he just starts like he wasn't one that scary, but like it was scary because he's big, but he just starts pointing at me, and he just says some
What is
stuff.
with things that pointing at
Yes.
you?
I don't
Is
know.
he guilty?
I don't know.
Maybe-
And I think it was just like he's just I see you, and he's just like he starts like saying nonsense. I was like, what?
Was it like it was incoherent nonsense? Like it made no sense.
From what I remember, yeah, I know he talks, but I don't remember anything.
Because for me, it was like I can try to replicate it. It was like it would say my name, and then it would go, "We here no want see you there go why now see," and I'm like, what?
Is your ghost dyslexic?
Like I couldn't understand it, but it freaked me out. The sentences were like silly, like they were just like big blue, you know, like
Big blue, you know? Sky, big blue, yes.
Big boom,
Big
boom,
blue, I see. Sky, you.
Paul, yours was like terrifying. Mine was just stupid.
Yeah,
Fucking weirdos.
that old guy, yeah, he got me.
Yeah, Vlad, so you've never had
Yeah,
anything.
no,
What's a spooky thing? Name one spooky thing that happened to you though.
nothing. Man.
Really?
There's like nothing spooky things around me.
Do you
As a kid, I had like terrible nightmares.
Did you really?
Yeah, for like years. Yeah. it
Oh,
was
wait,
really
I know
bad.
this,
Yeah, I
actually.
told you about that. Yeah. My like mom would do like this fucking ritual thing. It was
Some
really-
Russian ritual.
Yeah, it was really weird. Like she'd like boil. She would heat up candles.
She would boil hot milk and pour it on
Yeah,
your
and
back.
pour it on my back.
And you go, "Ah."
Oh no!
No, she'd like she'd get a tin can and she'd like melt candles in it, and then she'd like hover it over my head and like stand on a knife or something, and it'd be near the door and it'd be like, "Oh, evil spirit, go away." And it's like some like.
It's kind of cool, actually.
It's really it's very cool. I really like that. But she'd recite like some Bible stuff. And then we'd go downstairs. We do this 3 times. It like repeats. We go back down to like the kitchen, and then she'd pour the candle wax that like melted in the can into water, and then it like makes this like weird shape. And so the more complex the shape is, supposedly the more like fucked up your head is currently.
Whoa.
But at the end, by the third one, right, it like smoothens out, and like you're supposed like if it's smooth, then like you're good. Yeah. So I
Oh,
should
that's
do that.
kind of cool.
Yeah, and then the water we use to like see that she like dump out like like to complete the thing you're supposed to like dump out the water and like all the bad shit like be washed away with the water like outside.
Was your mom a druid?
My family's weird kind of like that because like my great grandmother was honestly like a druid. She's an alchemist.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's pretty epic.
Yeah, perks of living in Siberia, I guess. So yeah.
Like she could like put her hands together and make rocks come out of the ground.
Yeah, she was really cool like that. She was,
Whoa.
and she she didn't need a transmutation circle, she
Wow, she saw the truth. Whoa.
she saw the truth, man. I don't know what she sacrificed, but
She sacrificed her great-great-great-grandson's ability to experience sleep paralysis.
No.
it's pretty epic.
Don't take
Actually,
that
no,
away.
I don't think it's a great experience. I hope you never have it.
Yeah,
I
no,
hope
yeah,
I
no,
never
it
do
sucks.
either.
I don't even know what causes it.
I don't know.
Supposedly, isn't it like it's if you lay on your back, but you had it on your side.
So I don't get. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
I was laying on my back on all these occasions.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing.
I was like in a
Oh.
fetal position for some reason, like I'm a baby,
Yeah.
and my right side of my head is on my bed, and my arm is under it, and so my left ear and my left arm are free. So the voices were coming through my left ear, and like my left eye was the one that could see mostly because my right eye is a bit smudged, but my left eye is like the one that can like see, you know, what's going on. And that's when I saw like a figure that really made no sense. Everything just got darker. Like I just remember the shadows were like creeping up towards me. That's when I started to get really nervous, and that's when I just focused, like pick a point, look at that point, look at nothing else. And eventually I just went to sleep. But then I woke up, and I darted out of bed. I went ah! I screamed, I shouted like a little boy, like a little boy in Christmas morning.
Were you like Hockey Ween in part 3 with the demon? No,
Yes,
the,
yes.
The kid,
Yeah, I was like cocky with the baby.
Yeah, the baby kid.
Yeah, I'm like, he was like, ah! He just yells.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me.
That's crazy.
Nice.
I honestly can't remember like a real nightmare I've had.
I don't think I can either. My dreams make no sense. They're like movies.
I can
The-
kind of remember some of my
The
nightmares.
only like nightmares quote that I have are all about relating back to our previous topic or about pet stores. Like me just working at pet, like something bad happens and I'll wake up and be like, I hope that doesn't happen today, and then I go to work.
Okay, I can't remember any. I remember some when I was a kid. Do you remember any?
When you were a kid,
Nightmares?
when I was a
Yeah,
kid,
nightmares.
I had nightmares. The ones that haunted me were all about like skeletons and zombies. That's all I remember. But the thing is, right? This was so long ago. I've never like when I was that like small. I never saw a skeleton or a zombie movie or any like. There's nothing to influence that.
How did you comprehend?
Exactly. That's why I'm like I don't think I did until like later.
Is
but,
it like
that's what my nightmares? Would
Is
be
like
about.
maybe like a natural, like maybe psychological thing, or we're just afraid of the dead.
dead? Maybe I guess.
That's interesting. It's actually very interesting.
What about you, Francisco?
Like nightmares. You know, I'll be honest. I don't think I have nightmares. I definitely have nightmares in my adult life that I remember, but not nightmares when I was a child.
Okay.
Again, because like my ADHD brain, like, look, my dreams are like this. My dreams are like 3-act movies, where like I'll have Act 1, and then Act 2, but this is not a good movie. And then Act 2 will be something completely different, but then Act 3 will tie together Acts 1 and 2, and then I wake up and go, man, that was insane. Like my movies, my dreams are like movies. They really are. Like, and then I'll forget them immediately. Like it'll be like me. No one I ever know is ever in my dreams. Very rarely. Vlad is maybe the only one that sometimes are in my dream. No one is ever in my dreams. It's always because like you know when you sleep and when you dream, the like people and faces you see are actually people you've seen at least once in your life. Your brain is actually incapable of creating a human face out of nowhere. Your brain somehow, for some reason, can like store faces that you've seen, like you're walking down the street or you're watching a movie, like some background character. Your brain remembers that face. It stores it just to entertain you, because you only have dreams to entertain you. You're that's what it is. That's what they are. They just keep your brain active while you're sleeping. So, for me, like my ADHD stupid brain is just like, we're not only gonna entertain this kid, we're gonna make blockbuster movies for him. They're very entertaining.
That's good.
They're always like over grandiose. Like the last one I can remember, I think from like a week ago, it wasn't me, but it was from the point of view of like like a younger kid. It's like a horror movie, like it was like a bunch of like I guess like teenagers or younger people were like in a forest, and there's like a murder like after us, and my brain's very very graphic. This was not a good dream, but it wasn't a nightmare either, because that was the first act. A lot of these teenagers, you know, met unfortunate ends to this masked figure. And then Act 2 was me and like 3 others like running to like a sewer, and then we're in the sewer, and there are a bunch of like the sewer people, and then we befriend the sewer people. And then Act 3 of the dream is the sewer people lead us to the exit, and then the masked figure was chasing us the whole time, and then this one sewer figure who like we pay money to helps us take down the masked figure. Then I wake up.
Master Chief takes off his face and it's you.
It's me.
Yeah, he's like, hey,
yeah, because
got you.
when I have dreams, they're never from like me. They're not like they're obviously from my point of view, but they're not me. I'm something else.
Yeah, you know, I actually do have a dream kind of like that, but and I'm not. I want to be clear. I'm not making this up. This involves people in our group.
Really?
Yes, it does. I don't think it was any of you guys. I think I had a dream where Vlad, you were in it for a little bit. This was not it. I don't remember what happened. I remember this. It had Carlos in it. And it had, I think, our friends Henry and Benji, who might show up later for the podcast.
Hopefully.
In a future episode.
That would be a very, very crazy one.
I don't know if I was either I was in Benji or Henry's position, or if I was just like a floating thing, like almost like a 3D person, like in the third person. I'm just watching.
Yeah.
It was something like they're walking down like the road to like my place, and I don't know how, but for some reason Carlos is like suspected of being a serial killer.
Oh my god!
I was like, what is going on? It was like a movie. It was like he's like hunting down like Benji or Henry. I was like, what is going on? Carlos? How? And I like woke up. I was just like, what was that? Like, that was just nonsense. Carlos is, if you meet him, he's many things, but he's not a serial killer.
I would hope not.
Yeah, that may be pretty depressing.
The nightmares I have like now are like they're not like they're not like what I just explained about like my 3-act movies. They're actually like really realistic and simple, but they're just scary because they feel real. Like they'll be like the most recent one I can think of. I don't remember how recent it was. I was like I'm walking my dog. I'm not in my neighborhood. By like a shopping center for some reason. I'm with my dog. I'm walking my dog, and there's like this other person's with like a much larger dog than my dog, like. Gets out of its leash and like attacks my dog, and that woke me up immediately. I felt scared. I was like and like my dog sleeps with me in my bed like a lot of times, and like I'll get paranoid and I'll go and I'll look for her. I'm like Rosie, and then she won't wake up because she's sleeping. I'm like, oh okay, she's right there. But like that freaks me out. And it won't be just like that. It'll be like other things where like the very, very, very rare case someone I know is in my dream, like something bad happens to them, but it's not like something like crazy, like oh my god, you got sliced in half by some serial killer. It'll be something like you got in a car accident, and you're in the hospital. Then I wake up and go what?
Oh.
Then like I'll check my phone, nothing's happened. I'm like okay, because something happened, I probably would know. Then I'll go back to sleep.
You text the chat. You guys okay? You sure? Do you still have your foot?
Those are my nightmares, I guess. They're just bad things happening.
Oh, I can't remember the nightmares that I have when I'm at least now. When I was a kid, there's like 2 I remember specifically. When I was on like a minecart or something.
Minecraft.
Yeah, like a Minecraft. I'm on like a minecart. I'm in like a demonic realm, like underground. It's like a roller coaster. I just keep going up and down. I keep hearing this like demonic voice talking.
You're in my house.
Yeah. And then like his mouth opens and he go through. We just keep going on the thing.
And that spooked you?
Yeah, that spooked me. I was like, whoa! I don't like this. And the other one was this was a little kid me. Do you remember the show JJ, like the jet plane?
What the heck are you talking about?
JJ
What is that? Hold up. Can we talk about that? What the heck is that?
Dude, it's a kid show.
What? Kids show called JJ the Jet Airplane?
What? The jet plane.
The Jet Plane.
Yeah, it's like
What
discount.
What was the opening? Hey, it's JJ the Jet Airplane.
Yeah, it's Discount Thomas the Tank Engine. That's all I remember it.
You know, I remember an airplane having a face on it, but I swear I don't.
That's
remember
from
the name
like
of it.
that's
Yeah.
from Thomas the Tank Engine because they had planes in Thomas.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they did, but this was a different show.
What?
I don't know. It's
What did you watch as a
Yeah, what
kid?
did you
I
watch?
watched some dumb stuff as a kid.
I did too, but I didn't watch that.
But yeah, there's like a green guy in it, and then there's like a lady plane.
There's a green guy, there's a blue guy, there's a yellow guy, and there's a pink guy.
JJ is blue, from what I remember.
JJ was blue.
Yeah, he was the blue plane.
They have big old wings.
I don't know. He was like a.
But he's an airplane, Paul.
I guess he had big wings. That's not the point. The point is.
Oh yeah, this shit. Yeah, that's what I thought was Thomas the Tank Engine shit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that. JJ, that was on PBS.
Yeah, it was on PBS.
Yes.
PBS had the weirdest.
Dude,
Yeah.
like, this creeps me out, man. Like, his fucking face.
I'm gonna put a picture of
Like,
that.
holy shit.
Okay, like I'm
That's
gonna.
pretty creepy now as a kid.
I'm
Dude,
gonna.
That's like a rapist face, man. Like, look at that.
It looks like a human face. Too.
It looks very unsettling.
Dude, it looks like that JJ's fucking my wife and he's looking at me like,
Oh,
that. Like,
God.
Jesus.
I'm gonna put that picture. Like,
Dude, look at the helicopter. This one's worse.
oh my god, that's
Oh,
actually
what the
scary. That scares
See if you
me.
can find the green guy.
The green
The
guy.
green guy.
I'm gonna
Green
upload all
guy.
of these when we reach this part. Like,
Hold on, where's a good picture?
Oh no.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, that
oh
guy.
my god.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that is unpleasant looking.
dude,
So
what,
you gotta
what
dream
are
about this.
any of these characters?
Did you like this show?
I remember like watching.
I
this.
vaguely remember this.
I like Thomas the Tank Engine, and like when this wasn't on, I was like, oh, I gotta watch this. I
How
guess.
how old do you think we were when we watched that type of stuff?
I was probably like
yesterday, dude.
Yeah, like 3 or 5.
I
maybe
don't
6.
think I watched. I mean, obviously I watched Thomas the Tank Engine, but I don't remember watching it frequently. At that age, I think I mostly watched Scooby Doo and Dragon Ball. That was really my childhood.
Look at the lady plane.
Whoa, that's a different lady playing.
Oh, it
What I'm
is?
thinking of.
They know what they're doing.
But yeah, the green plane and the other lady plane were like,
They fuck?
no, no.
Why not?
6-year-old me, I don't even know what that means. There's like, yeah, they're in like a shadowy, like misty place. It's like green.
Ooh,
It's like a
spooky.
graveyard.
Ooh, Vlad's running. Ooh.
Welcome
there's
to the
like-
spook.
Ooh. We'll have another episode where we purely
Where we
dedicate to
fuck, yeah.
spooky stuff.
I mean, honestly, at this point, changing the jet plane is more scary than anything we can think
Let's
of.
just have a
That
full
is
episode to
terrifying.
review it.
Yeah. What?
Review the show.
Yeah.
We'll find it at the. I think we have to find the last Blockbuster and rent out like the VHS tapes they have of that.
The one last blockbuster that I think is in Ohio no, there is one.
Yeah,
It's in the Midwest.
it's the only place it could be in the Midwest. But yeah, so continue with it. They're in like a graveyard, and there's like a green guy, like a normal human. Like he looks like kind of like Nosferatu, but he's like greenish.
That's just silly.
Yeah. This is kidding me. I'm terrified. And he like possessed like the green airplane, and like his face started turning green. Like freaked me out as a kid. But yeah, that's my story of that was my second nightmare as a kid.
You know what freaked me out as a kid, Paul?
What?
Taxes and unemployment.
What are you talking about? Kid doesn't know what taxes are.
Yeah, I didn't even know. Yeah, a kid didn't know what the fuck taxes were.
I'm kidding too. Kid me was afraid of what I'm afraid of now.
Whoa.
Taxes and unemployment.
Taxes.
No, he was just scared of the itsy bitsy spider.
I am, yeah. We'll talk about that another time.
Without the water spout.
Down came the rain.
Wash the spider out.
Paul!
I don't remember.
Up came the sun and dried up all the rain.
I don't remember either.
And the itsy bitsy spider something never again, I
I
think.
don't know. They'll just end it. Francisco crutches them. That's the real story. He gets his revenge.
Huh?
You got your revenge. You crushed the spider.
Yeah, don't you remember how the song goes? And then Francisco came out and crushed the spider. I think that's gonna. Fuck.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Uh,
I think that's gonna do it for this lowly podcast. Stay tuned for next time when we discuss spooky talk. Thank you very much for tuning in, and have a wonderful rest of your day.
Okay, bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. See you next time.